and welcome to this third session in Adobe Digital Storytelling with Adobe. My name is Pip Cleats and I will be leading this session as well as the other ones. Don't forget that all the links that you need for this session can be found at http://bit.ly/digistory14. And you'll be able to get to everything we've shown for all the sessions. So just a bit of a recap. We had in our first first session, we spoke about different ways we can use digital storying in the classroom. We can use it for actual story writing, storytelling, narrative, people sharing their world to the other people, but we can also use it to, someone had an idea to take a legal story. Who was that? Kerry. A legal story, a legal case, and turn it into a script and a play and record that. Or you could recreate a historical event, or you could do all sorts of book trailers, movie trailers, all sorts of ideas for you to use. But the main thing, I guess, is making sure you got a bit of a flow to your digital storytelling. So we've gone through the little bit, the flow a couple of times, but let's just recap so we start in good stead again today. We start with an idea. That may be from you, it may be from the students, a nice overriding question, a driving question. Hey Simon, good to see you aboard. We may also have, then we'll start, students may go off and start researching and exploring, heading into script writing. Don't forget we can use Adobe Story for that, awesome tool to write that. We did that in week 2. Then we can start doing storyboard and planning. This sort of all comes in together. I think in Adobe Story can help you do that. Gather and create images, audio and video. So you can use Photoshop Elements, you can use Photoshop, or you can use for the images and for editing images, you can use Audition for the audio. And today you might like to record the video, but today we're going to look at editing video and bringing it all in together. Before you share, it's always important to share the video to an authentic audience, getting students to reflect on their road work, feedback on each other's work, and also don't forget to celebrate the success of that video that you've done. So that's the flow. Don't forget those 8 steps as you're working with your staff, with your students and staff, I guess. But today we're going to look at 2 pieces of software. And the first, I'm going to share my screen, so let's all just hold our breath that it works again today, hey? There we go. I think we are sharing, and I think I'm happy with that. Yes, I can see my own thing, so I'm good with that. So, just reminding everyone that all course materials are available via, everything we've done in this session is via this Google Doc. Is it a really slow link? Is it going okay? Yeah. Someone could just type if, yeah, I think it's okay. So this is the Google Doc with all the information we need. This will stay here. This will stay here forever, so just leave it. I'll just leave it there for you so you can jump back here as much as you want. I've added some links for today down the bottom as well. So let's get straight into it. The first tool we're going to look at today is Premiere Elements. And who's played with Premiere Elements before? Just let me know. Just type a yes for me if you've played with Premiere Elements, or a no if it's a brand new thing for you. Previous, okay, not to worry. Okay, excellent. Good to know. Okay, so when I'm using Premiere Elements 13, I think most of what we're doing today will be in 12 as well. So when you do get your hands on Premiere Elements, just pop into, the first thing you do when you open it is click on Video Editor. I don't use the organizer bit, just like Photoshop Elements, I don't need it. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to choose an existing project or a new project. This is, by the way, so you rage quit and walked away and left the thing not finished. You come and find your old project through there. But today we're going to go to New Project. just wait for it to do what it has to do. And as you can see, this looks a little bit like Photoshop Elements, in that up the top is our eLive, and in the eLive we have all the videos. This is a definite Premiere Elements 13 section, the eLive. If you want to print something off to make your life easier, the Getting Started Guide for Premiere Elements 13 is there. But you could send your students here to watch these videos to get a little bit of an idea and be inspired and to grab some skills. So I would definitely do that as well. The quick, this is if you've got a whole heap of photos and you want to chuck them together really quickly, you just pop in here, add the media, pop back to desktop, our old favorite digital storytelling. Let's grab a whole heap of these, hey? I'm going to go boom. And I'm going to bring all my media into Premiere Elements. So before you start in here, see how it just grabbed everything? Without me even saying I wanted it, it's just all put it all in there for you. That's how easy it is. So if you get all your images, even just saving a PowerPoint as JPEGs, and bringing them all in at once, it's actually a movie for you. There's not a lot you can do at this point. You can some of these special effects down the bottom, which I'll show you later, but really it's not a great way to use it. Please excuse my 18-year-old who just came home. So it's a great, it's good for cooking art if you've got kids with differencing skills, differentiation-wise, it's pretty cool. I'm now just going to close this because I don't want everything showing at once as I continue. Okay, back into Video Editor. It's a new project. Thank you very much, Lee. All right. And now, so that was the quick section. I'm going to go through all these tools down the bottom a little bit later on. So the next section we have is the guided section. And guided section, these are tutorials to step through. And yet again, another great way for students to learn and to take the stress away from yourself. So just examples, say we wanted to create a picture in a picture. Let's click on that. Now first of all it says grab the media and import the bits that you want. Why don't I just bring those in? That'll do me. And it's dropped those files next. Okay, alright, next. Move the CTI to the location. Oh, are we not good? Oh, that's okay, Rebecca. No worries. I just got scared then. So move the CT, which is the timeline indicator. Move this to where you want the picture in the picture to begin, and that's a pip. Get it? Ha ha. Sorry. Sorry. It's really bad. And drag and drop the graphic or video from your monitor onto it. So let's just say there. I want to drag this onto it, and it's going to do picture in picture for you. Just probably not today because I'm not so good at that. All right. So you follow the location and follow the steps through, and that will show you how to do it. So that's an example of the guided. I should have probably chosen one I've done previously, but I didn't. So the guided is actually steps through. So that would be really good if you're feeling not so confident about showing students how to use a software, or you just want some inspiration yourself. The next then, so there's the quick, the guided. Now we're going to head to expert. And this is where I always go because this just makes sense to me. The first thing to note when you have the expert open is that down the side here, there's video 1, audio 1, video 2, audio 2, video 3, audio 3, narration, soundtrack. These are all different parts of your movie that all come together. So let's get our files into Premiere Elements. So the first thing we do, what do we want to do? I want to add media. Where is it? It's on my computer. So I click on my computer and I literally just, I'm going to do that and that, and I'm going to say, yes, I want that all added. So it's ready in my Premiere Elements bucket, but it's not actually doing anything yet. So the first thing I'm going to do is bring into my Premiere Elements folder. It's got everything but what I wanted. It's going to add some more media. And what am I looking for? Where's it gone? Oh, you know that feeling when you know it was in there? Oh, I know where it's gone. I know where I put it. Thank you very much, Lee. And it will be in here now. Yeah. Smart me. Okay. Excellent. So this is the one I want to be my heading, the beginning of my video. Oh, but all three were just ticked, so I'm going to undo that. Sorry. Make sure you just bring the one image in that you want. And you'll see here that the timeline is, it just automatically put that in as 5 seconds. If I kind of hover near the edge of that, I can drag it out to be as long as I want, or make it as short as I want. I'll show you this in context in a little bit. The next thing I want to do is pop a video on here. So I'm just going to scroll until I find this video that I want. I click and I drag, and I can, if I want, I can put that in video 2 or video 3, totally up to me, but I'm going to leave it in video 1. And you'll see here that this blue CTI will scroll through the image for me and scroll through the movie for me. So that's sort of wherever you place that and then press play, it's going to start playing from that point for you. If you're on a smaller computer and want more screen to work with, you can pull this down or you can pull that up. I know when we had the little 11-inch laptops, it was a little bit difficult with this, so you often had to make the movie little so you had more room to move with work with your timelines down the bottom. So that's going to work quite nicely for us. So I can pull this along to any point and press play, and that's the beginning. That's going to be the first slide, and then I want to show a little bit of a movie. And that's all moving through. Now, but for this movie, I actually don't want the audio. I just want the movie bit. I don't want to hear the background noise because I want to put my narration last week over the top of this. So all I need to do is right click and then see up here, unlink audio. And sorry, you have to click on the movie that you want to separate first of all. Right click and choose unlink audio and video. So now you should see when you go to these, they're separated now. So I can literally grab that and put it anywhere I want or delete it. So what I'm just left with is the video without any audio. And that works perfectly for what I want to do because I'm telling my story. Now in this video, I kind of don't want that boy at the beginning. I want to start about here, I think. So I need to clip my video. So I move the CTI to where I want to clip a video at, and then see, you can see there's a sort of a pale watermark of a pair of scissors, but if you hover over it, it goes a big pair. Just click on that, and that puts a cut. Imagine an old film, so that puts a cut in the film. You click on the bit that you want to go and it'll go a lighter color and you press delete. There you go. So that's now gone. So now I can play straight from here and that's going to go straight to my video. Much, much better and happier for me. That makes me much happier. Okay. So then I might like to add my own audio that I've recorded into this session. So where is my recorded video that I've recorded? Let's use this one, demo file, and I hover and place it down. And now, I really hope this is the one. It's not, but it'll do. I'm not sure if you can hear the video. You can work with, so I've got here MP3s and MP4s, MP4s, WMVs. I don't think Flash comes to Premiere Elements. Okay, so you can do that. Now I just want to play the first bit of this music, and then I'm going to bring in the story of Tanabata, which is about there. So then I make sure I'm on the audio, click, delete that there, sorry, delete that there, and we're good to go. Now next I want to add my own audio, so I'm just going to find Tanabata story, here we go, and this one's going to go down in the narration. Alright, so I'm going to add some more music into that, I'm going to click and pop that there. And that's as long as it can go. So now in effect I have a video playing and my audio is happening, and also there's music playing. I want the music to be a bit lower, so what I'm going to do is highlight the music and up on the right hand side click adjust. Okay, sorry, I can only press one. Click on one, press adjust, and you'll see here that I've got the volume. So I can pull that down a little bit, and that's just lowering audio volume for me. So when I pop back to here and press play again, that's much softer. But I'm actually going to ramp up the audio just a little bit. I wouldn't put audio up too loud because then it'll start sounding really dodgy, and that's not a good effect for a movie. So now, there we go. So you can see in the background that that is now all fixing up for me. Alrighty. So let's then have a look through some other options of things we can do. So we know how to add media. So we up in the top, add media, and bring in whatever you're missing. Let's bring that one in. Excellent, thank you very much. Wrong image. Let's try another one. I've got two of that dude on the horse, but not the one I'm looking for, hey? Oh well, doesn't matter. Going to bring that one in though. Beautiful. Now we know how to bring in media, we know how to remove audio. So if we bring a video in, we can, where's my video, I just click, how about I just click it? There we go, that'll filter it better for me. No it won't. That'll filter it better for me. Will that filter it better for me? Maybe not. Alright, we'll move on. Turn that off, turn that off. Thank you, turn that on. There we go. Phew. So if I bring this back down here, to remove video, I right click on unlink the video, and likewise I can remove the video and keep the audio there. Totally doable. Righto, let's start playing. So now that I've brought some images into my video, let's just pop a few down here, shall we? Just a few little images. Pop that one there. So if the students have taken images, they know where they want everything to sit. They can just drag and drop. They can bring a whole section of images in too if they want. Totally fine. There we go. We just bring them in. And this is all a bit squished up. I want to spread my timeline out so that I can see that and work with those images better. So up here on the right hand side is a slider with a little box to a big box. We can slide that along, or I can just grab my slider and it will rotate between the two for me. So that might do me for now. There we go. Excellent. So with my video, I've decided that I'd like to put that movie heading for it. So I'm going to head into the tools area. Oh, no, I'm not. Before I go into the tools area, I want to show you. In the tools area, I want to show you something. Let me go to which part? Let's make this, in this area, you can make people walk a bit, walk quicker. You can speed things up. So we might, yeah, this area here. I'm going to add a click. And the end of the area that I want to apply this effect to, I go and click as well. Yep, that'll do. Click. So it's this area, because I just cut either side of it. This area, I want to make them so they walk at a super fast speed. So I click on the area I want. I head into Tools, and I click on, yeah, I've got a few tools here. I've got, what have I got? Adjustments, audio mixer. I've got freeze frame, where you can freeze a movie and keep the audio happening. Smart mix, you can put a pan and zoom in the middle. Do all sorts of stuff, but we're going to do time stretch. And for this section of time that's been chosen here, because it's a bright blue color, I'm going to make it, we want to make it really obvious, right? So let's, all I'm doing is on top of the shaded area, just clicking and dragging my mouse. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so it's 200% faster. So let's see how that goes then, hey? See how they're all walking faster? Cool. And then it goes back to normal speed. And then it goes back to normal speed. Once again, how did I do that? I snipped and cut a section that I want to be the faster bit. I chose Tools. I chose Time Stretch. And then I decided how fast I wanted it to be. You can even do reverse speed. That's cool. Extremely cool. Oh no, did I just do that on? Oh yeah, I did in the wrong spot, didn't I? That's okay. It'll fix up. Yeah, that's okay. Alright. So some others can do this transitions area. So you know when you've seen movies that have maybe got lots of images, and between each of the images you've got some different spinny things. So let's see. And when you open this, you'll notice that there's a bar across the top. And then you can choose on the transition that you want. So let's go. We want a 3D motion one. Yeah, that'll do. Now you grab the transition that you want and you drag and drop it where you want it to apply. So it'll be between the two things, and it'll say, do you want it on the left clip, between clips, or the right clip? So I want it between clips. So let's click done. Let's go see how it works now. So there, we have a transition happening. So don't go too crazy with that, because you know what it's like watching a PowerPoint where everything's transitioned. It's like, just get on with it. Well, this is how we can do with that. So once again, how do we do it? Just quickly zip up here to where I've got some more images. Yeah. And I want my CTI quickly pop up here, so I click on the timeline and it'll appear. Okay, transition. Let's pop a tumble away in there. We want it between clips. Do we want it for 2 or 5? Let's do it for 2 seconds. Hit done. Okay, so now when I play it, press the play button. It's going to, oh, beautiful. Sorry. We've got a gap here. I need to close this up. I'm just going to click on the images that I want to close up and drag them along the timeline, and they're going to all come together beautifully. Oops. Put that in the middle, which was really silly. There. And we go there. And we go there. Alrighty. So that's how we pop a transition in. Just pick the one you want, drag and drop, choose the bit, choose the duration, hit done, and it's there ready for you. To remove it, click and delete, and it's gone. Easy as I tell you. Alright, next thing. And don't forget, you've got more than when I first came to these. I thought, oh, there's only 5, 6 choices. That's pretty slack. If you choose the drop down, you'll see you've got lots and lots of variety there to choose from. All right, next, just say I want heading for my movie and I don't want to make a place marker myself. Then I can use, or if you want to put people's names or stuff in the movie. So here then, let's go for, oh, I don't know. See, you shouldn't let me choose these sorts of stuff. Movie genre. No, I don't want to do action. Let's do travel. All right, done. Sold. Ugly, but it doesn't matter. So you'll see for this. Nah. I want to do outdoor adventure. All right, outdoor adventure it is. You see here on my computer. Yep. And make it look like, let's keep it on center. If you just want to move the text around, you need to choose the cursor, move it around. It just takes a bit of time. It uses a lot of processing on your computer. I noticed someone said it kept crashing, but just be gentle with it. It's probably your best way. And always save your work. Save your work. We haven't done yet. And I would go up here, save as. I'm going to chuck it onto my desktop. I'm going to chuck it into digital storytelling. That's a little bit much. And I'm going to make that smaller. Yep, that'll do. So now as people watch the movie, just click back to your cursor to you can stay there and you can come back down here. So now as people watch this movie, they're going to have see how the bottom it's labeling what that is? Yeah. So you can add all sorts of labels. So we did that again through the tiles and text, and you can add your credits at the end, or you can add whatever you want to do along the way. There's lots of different, see there's crazy cartoons there, lots of stuff to help students get their image and their narrative across. So what else can we do? Let's then head into effects, because this is a really groovy area. I'm just going to make a bit of a click so I can play with an area. Let's play with this section here. Click on Fill Effects, and I can do some pretty cool stuff. So if I choose Hollywood Looks, if I choose Newsreel here and drag and drop it on top, I got a gap in there, don't mind me for a second, will you guys? Shuffle, to shuffle, to shuffle, what to shuffle, what's happening? Control Z, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So let's just play for a second. The very fast walking. So see how that turned into sort of newsreel-y looking thing, a bit old school? It's good for helping getting that traditional feel to what we're doing. So I'm going to click again to show you another effect. Click on the section I want to apply, head over to effects, and this time we're going to look at stylize, and I am going to choose solarize. Click and drag and drop on top of the chunk that you just highlighted. So now, oh, you saw it. We've got our old school looking, and then it changes to the posterized look. And once again, we're going to click, highlight the area I want to change. Let's come into, instead of stylize, let's go into, this one's really cool, New Blue Cartooner. And if I drop that onto there, check this out, guys and gals. Isn't that a cool effect? So what we've done there, the effect that I just chose there was the New Blue Cartooner plus elements. And then I think probably another nice one. So basically what I'm doing, so just say you've got some video, a good idea actually. If you've got some video with some students' faces and you don't want those to be really clear, or you want to have a bit of a blur effect because of the story you're telling or whatever, you can head into blur and sharpen and choose Gaussian blur. Sorry, click, drag and drop it on the area, head back, hit play, and see how that's all a bit blurred? So that's what we're doing, is highlighting and cutting or snipping or doing whatever with an area. Then just go and choose the effect you want to apply, click it on and drop it in. Now this is really cool. Audio, so what you can do with the audio, just say you want to add some specific audio, and this is a new install for me, so not everything has been downloaded. I've already got 2 audio tracks, so this is going to sound really bad. I'm going to grab that and pop it there. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. It's just going to download it. But this is sort of like really cool music effects for movies. So, you know, the scary dun 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 dun, or nice love, cutesy love music, or different stuff like that. Just going to cancel that, just so you know. But what you do is you grab the audio, grab the gothic or whatever music you want. There's sound effects here that you might like to use as well. all sorts that you just click and drag and drop into one of the audio tracks, and that will remain there for you. Graphics wise, oh, this is really cool. There are some animated objects. So just say I grabbed this angry face and popped it, cancel, which area? Let's do it on that one. Graphics, instead of the angry face, I'm going to choose the heart because I used that earlier. Pop it on, Control Z, I keep forgetting. Graphics, heart, drop it up top, hey? Don't drop it inside, but drop it up top. There we go. So now, as we play through this, see how the animated heart is actually showing? Isn't that cool? Sorry. I think that's a cool thing that our students can so simply make something that's extremely cool. And there's different animated objects there. You've got different costumes you can pop on people's heads. You do all sorts of fun stuff. Very, very easy. Now, once you've finished your movie, at this stage, when we hit save, I'm not actually saving a movie. I'm saving the project. So I need to actually do fancy technical word coming up, render it. And the way we render it is by clicking publish and share. And then you can choose, if you want to share it straight to YouTube, you can click on social websites and it'll save it straight up onto YouTube for you. Just make sure you've got a good internet connection for that one. If you want to save it to use for later on, you're going to pop into save for computer and you're going to choose HD. Oh dear. I always forget this one. Let's go 720p. But I don't want MPEG. I actually want, I've chosen the wrong one. I do this like every time I save something, right? I actually do it wrong. That's my big thing to you guys. Know what you want to save, hey? Let's go back one. Let's say, yeah. I don't want to upload to YouTube. No, I don't want to. Let's go back. And save to computer. I want to choose yes. Is that the one I want? Yeah, that'll do me. Let's save to Vimeo hard drive. That'll do. Choose the name of your what you want your final movie to be. Choose the folder location. And then hit save. Go make a cup of coffee, do something. This isn't something that's going to happen in 2 minutes. It actually takes, it may take an hour, it may take an hour and a half, depending. This isn't something that you've got to do quickly. So just be aware that rendering and saving your final copy will take you time. That's going to take 59 minutes. Yes, I'm sorry, I want to cancel. Okay, so that is Premiere Elements. And again, you have the quick section, your section, which you can choose to step through. So you can even start in Expert and then, oh, I want to do something and come into Guided and follow some steps that way as well. And there's also the Expert section. So I'm going to shut that down now. I would recommend if you're doing software like that, that you get a decent, that a computer with more than 2 gig of RAM is probably your way to do it. So what I'm going to do now is show you the next best thing since sliced bread. And this is an app. I'm just connecting my iPad. Oh no, thank you. I'm mirroring. Yes, yay. So if somebody could just indicate to me that they're seeing this on my iPad on the screen, that'd be really cool. Can someone just let me know? Yep. Fantastic. Excellent. Thank you. So Adobe's released a whole heap of new apps. If you haven't got into them yet, you should. They're awesome. So today I'm going to be showing you this app called Adobe Voice. So Adobe Voice, it's a free app to download from the App Store. And it's, what's the best way to explain it? It's a really cool app for creating scaffolded stories. So when you come in, you can either go back into old projects, you can have a look around for some inspiration. Now there's a couple of lesson activities for this in the Adobe Education Exchange, and the link that I've shared with you from on that Google Doc has got all sorts of how-to guides for education. So let's create a new story, and let's call this story Tanabata, and we hit next. Once we get to this point, we have got all these really cool choices and scaffolds for storytelling. So just say, make up your own is totally blank, right? If you want your students to create an advertisement for something, this promote your idea has all the scaffolds to help them write a really good promotional video. Tells what happened, so a recount, explain something, follow a hero's journey, a show and tell, share a growth moment, teach a lesson, share an invitation, make up my own. So today we're going to choose, why don't I just actually know, just to show you, why don't I show you the hero's journey? So we pick this one, and here we've got our workspace ready to go, and you'll see down the bottom, it's a bit hard, there we go, down you've got a bit of a scale that says setup, challenge, climax. So that's sort of like the scaffold, and on the setup page it says, tell us about the hero and their world before the quest begins. Okay, so let's go with that, will we? So I need to grab, at this point, this is my front page, so I either want a photo, an icon, or text. So I'm going to choose a photo, and up the top will appear, oh, there we go. I can find photos, I can look on my iPad, I can take a photo now, I can head into Lightroom because I've got the Lightroom app, I can go to my Creative Cloud storage area, I can go to Dropbox, or I can go to Facebook. I'm actually going to go to find photos, and this will go out to the internet for me, and I'm going to search here for Altair. Let's see if it pops up, if anything pops up. Probably not. We'll see how we go. And all of a sudden, yes I am, I'm going to get, there we go, images popping up above from that are feeding from Flickr. So probably a better one for me to look up is Tanabata. And these are all images that are Creative Commons usable. So you know whatever image comes up on here, you won't have to worry about students using it. So I'm going to choose this one, and it's going to pop it onto there for me. So it's popped it onto my screen. I think I might for this like to have some text as well. So I'm going to choose layout. Okay, and this is how I might like to choose the layout for this slide. So I want some text on this, so I've chosen the thing and a caption. Click on that and choose Tanabata. Okay, thank you. And that's as good as done for that. So now I need to record my message. This story is about Altair, the hero of the Tanabata story. And that's all I've done. It's actually recorded that. I can click over here on the play button, and it's going to play it back. You won't hear it, of course, but it's playing it back. I can, so that's all it is to recording. You can do up to about 10 seconds or so, which is good. Stop students going on. I might like to change the theme at this stage. So up the top, I've clicked on themes, and I've got all different themes I can use. So why don't I, given that this is Tanabata, maybe tradition? Yeah, that'll do. Alright, let's head to the call to adventure. Now for call to adventure, I actually want two things. There we go. And I want an icon. This rocks, seriously. Now, I want for here, stars. Beautiful. This now goes back to a search engine or a website called the Noun Project, and the Noun Project is a place for icons that you can use for free. So I just go, let's just, I want this one. Yeah. So I click on the icon that I want, and it formats it according to the theme. There we go. Yay. And for this one, I want this icon. Thank you. Yay! One day, Altair met Vega, and Vega's father didn't like it, so he sent them to the other sides of the universe. And anyway, so you just record your message along. We then head to the next one. We can choose, again, let's choose another photo. Let's choose something from Dropbox. And I can float out too. Very good. Thank you very much. Really today? Really? Thank you. It's connecting to Dropbox and it's going to find me some images. I have a ton of butter folder there. And I want to pop that image in there. Thank you very much. So now I want to put some music in the background to my image. So I click on music at the top, and I've got quite a few choices to choose from. You can't bring your own image in at this stage, your own music in. You can use the music that's here. So I think I might do a careful scene. You can, with this slider, I'll just move my mouse so you can see, with this slider here, you can change the volume of the music within your video. And you can hit play. There we go. And you're probably not hearing the sound because of the way these sessions work, but everything plays that way. Actually, you know what? If I turn my volume up on my iPad, we might hear it. No, we won't. That's okay. So we just keep going and following the story, the plot through. Now when I'm done, I click on the up in the top right hand corner, the upload button, and that then gives us a choice that we can make a pirate movie, a public or a private movie. And you can, if it's private, you'll be given a link that you can share with people and they'll be able to watch it, or a public movie. You can choose for it to be published and shared straight to Facebook or Twitter, or however you want, or just to copy the link. So once you hit upload, end credits, you can actually change, it gives a sort of stylized image there, stylized end credits there, but if you don't want that, you just go back to the credits that are there and hit upload. And it will take some time. We're going to cancel that because the world really doesn't need to see that I just saw. So once again, it will save your videos, by the way. You just create a new story. Let's call this one play. Hit next, make up my own. And if you make up your own, it's literally just a blank screen for you to choose however you want. Really, really handy, I think. I'm just wondering if anyone in the chat box could share whether they've used this app or not. Really nice to use. Sorry, I need to spin it around, it's upside down. So if we were to show you one that I've made before, maybe this one. It probably won't come across in sound. Oh, okay, it came out sort of late last year. It's a really nice one, so why don't I play it? Just click on that bottom button, it'll show you. So it's a really handy app. I've used that one to make a quick instructional video for one of the sessions that I made. Let's have a look at this one about volunteering. That's a cool one. Let's hit play. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to load. You need an Adobe account to do this. Can you guys all hear this? Okay, so this one is someone who's made, and there's lots here for you to look at. So I'm just going to stop sharing my iPad now. Actually, no, before I go, I'm going to go back to my iPad screen. Yeah, okay, no worries. And just let you know that all these apps here, so Adobe Line, Brush, Draw, Voice, Lightroom, Photoshop Mix is so cool. With Photoshop Mix, you can really easily mash two images together. Oops, let's go backwards. My hockey buddies wouldn't like that one. So you can let's open this one, and let's bring in a second image. Something on my iPad already, hey, just because I need something quickly. There we go. And so you can sort of like bring in different images into there you go. There we go. And you can do some very quick and fun so that's a really nice, cool app to use. That's called Photoshop Mix. You got Adobe Sketch and Draw. You actually draw vectors that they save into your Illustrator file. So when you open Creative Cloud, it will all your saved documents will appear for you, which is really, really cool. I saw someone had a question, so I'll be back there in a minute. Now this new one, this is awesome. Adobe Premiere Clip. This is, you can do editing of movies on the fly, and it will save them into your Adobe Premiere, if you like, so that when you open Premiere, you can go in and do further editing. So it uses the Creative Cloud as a bridge and allows you to do sort of movie editing on the fly. So it's sort of a little bit like Premiere Elements, not as cool and funky, but it's getting there, but on your iPad. So it's a really nice app to use. So I'm going to stop sharing my iPad now and come back to the screen. Just turn that off. There we go. Head back to here. And just going to stop sharing. Fantastic. So today, all right, so we had some questions. Let's just see. Yes, you could use this instead of PowerPoint. You could record it to be like a tutorial. You might like to, Rebecca, starting next Monday, we have a 3-week session called Flipping Learning, and that uses some Adobe products to make really cool tunes that have got interactive bits in the middle of it. So come along to that one if you want. But yeah, you can use all this sort of stuff. Just know, if you are going to do any sort of video production, you need a good chunky a computer that's got a nice amount of RAM in it. So so that's really cool. Now your Adobe Creative Cloud subscription will give you not Premiere Elements or Premiere Pro, but it will give you all the other software we've been using these last 3 weeks. So just as a wrap up, I just wanted to remind you all that remind you of those 8 steps of digital storytelling, and we're going to go back to them. So hang on just a second, and I head back here. Head back here. Oh, my screen going down. We're just going to stay here. Hang on, just while I write out a bumpy bit. Okay, so we've got our steps for digital storytelling. We're going to plan the story. We're going to send students to research. They're then going to take some images and some video, start doing all our developing all the content that's going to, whatever's going to work for you. You're going to use one of those. And then when you're ready to bring it all together, Premiere Elements is a great tool, or if you want to play with some iPad apps, Adobe Voice, or Adobe Premiere Clips. Some of them are free, some of them aren't free. So those are the apps for the iPad. I can't remember, but if you head just into the iTunes store and look up Adobe Creative Cloud apps, or just look up Adobe, they'll all come up and you'll see some of them. So for those who need accreditation for this, you have one more thing to do. I'm just going to flick, but what I need to see from you is if you could please share with me an activity. I need you to create, hang on, there we go. If you could please upload for me an example of a digital story or an example of an activity that you've done and upload it into the Adobe Education Exchange, that would be wonderful, please. The Adobe Education Exchange is everyone been to the Adobe Education Exchange before? It's a really cool place where teachers share all sorts of, oh really? Oh, can I do a quick screen share and walk you through it? We've got a little bit of time, so I'll just do this quickly. We're going to do a share my screen. I'm going to share that one. So the Adobe Education Exchange it's a free place. This is kind of the hub of all Adobe education stuff. So make sure those who don't need accreditation still get sent a certificate. So when you come into here, just create yourself an account, and you can see there's all sorts of people here. So say you're looking for a digital storytelling resource, you just type. Make sure you create yourself an account. It doesn't take a sec. And look at that. Here's the webinar series that we've done today. Here's some other activities that people have posted. It's all sort of activities that are based around Adobe products. You can also just say you're looking for something that is specifically Premiere Elements. What can I do? What can I do? Then you're on the software, and you'll see people will give you ideas for that sort of stuff. We also have in the professional, so that's looking for resources. There's discussions in here. The professional development rocks, seriously. The professional development's broken down into 4 major areas. So these self-paced workshops, and if you scroll down the bottom, there's some crackers. Story with Adobe Voice. Here you go. If you click on this, this is a, it's probably about a 3-hour workshop that's self-directed to show you how to use Adobe Voice. That's an easy one to do. So these are all self-directed courses, teaching video, teaching digital storytelling, the story of your institution, wrote that one, up and running with Adobe Dreamweaver, Flash Professional, Illustrator, Photoshop, InDesign, all sorts of self-directed courses there for you. There is also what we call the collaborative courses. They're like an Adobe version of a MOOC, if you like. So they really loose. Everything you need to create these is here. So at the moment, the Adobe Generation Professional video is on. Adobe Generation Professional courses are about 6 weeks long usually, and this has probably got about 200 people organized in here. And there's webinars on during the Australian times. They have like a once a week webinar for people. You go through the course, do the work, hand in your assignments, but then they touch base well. And you can see here that's a Southern Hemisphere friendly one at Australian GMT time. So that's only just started this week. So if you want something, it's having a break over December and it'll come back. Coming up, if you click on upcoming courses, you'll see that there's a digital creativity one that's starting on the 11th of January, elements and e-learning, digital imaging. So these are sort of longer courses, really fun. We've then, and any past courses. For the live events, here you can click on the live events, and these are webinars that we run for Adobe. So we've got the upcoming ones here, and then the past events where you can find session recordings and stuff are all here as well. So this is my area, I tend to most of these webinars, and there's some of them are Australian friendly times. And then there is the Adobe Education Trainer area. You can do what's called Train the Trainer certification, so that you can be shown how you can train other people to use the products. So that is the Adobe Education Exchange. So it's just edx.adobe.com. Join it, So when you want to add a resource, you'll create your login and you'll choose share a resource and just follow the steps through and everything is there for you. If you don't want to do that, if you don't want to join that and you want an accreditation, you can email me something, and my email is Pip Cleaves. Actually, you've all got one from me because of the reminders for this session at outlook.com.au. So if those who want actual accreditation, please send me a resource you've created or a lesson that you're going to do. Those who don't want accreditation, I will send you out a digital badge to say that you've done this course and a certificate to say you've done that. So, as in accredited with the New South Wales Department or accredited with... Alright, so those who need to do accredited, I got your name on the first session, so that's fine. The rest of you, I'll send out a digital certificate, or you email me to say that you want a proper printable certificate. Okay, so yes, please do get this accrued. So that is digital storytelling with Adobe. We just need to head back and I need your feedback. I'll be sending you an email with the link for this session and also with a feedback for the course. So please let us know how we go, and I'd love to know how you go. So please share with me some of your things that you've done. If you're on Twitter, please share with me what you've made. My name is Pip Cleaves on Twitter as well, and I'd love to keep the conversation going. So thanks everyone for coming for 3 weeks. Starting next week on Monday, we have a new webinar series starting that's about flipping learning, and flipping learning is making content for students to watch at school at home so that you can do deeper questioning and harder analytical questions at school and discussions, and it has some analytic stuff built into the background of what we'll be doing too, so it's nice and it's really good learning actually. So thanks everyone for joining us. Have a great Christmas, and I might see some of you next week. If not, I'll see you all online again sometime. So thanks everyone. See you later.